Rock and roll is a genre of popular music that originated in the United States in the late 1940s and early 1950s. It is characterized by a strong backbeat, simple melodies, and the use of electric guitars, often in combination with other instruments like bass and drums. Rock and roll has had a profound influence on music, culture, and society worldwide. Here's some information about rock and roll, famous figures, and inspirational quotes. Key aspects of rock and roll. Pioneering artists. Early rock and roll pioneers include Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Jerry Lee Lewis. These artists helped shape the genre. The rock bands, the 1960s and 1970s saw the rise of iconic rock bands, such as the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd. These bands pushed the boundaries of rock music. Genres within rock. Over time, rock and roll diversified into subgenres like classic rock, punk rock, heavy metal, alternative rock, and more. The cultural impact. Rock and roll played a significant role in cultural movements, from the counterculture of the 1960s to promoting social change and individualism. Famous figures in rock and roll. 1. Elvis Presley, known as the king of rock and roll. Elvis was a cultural icon who changed the face of music. 2. The Beatles. This British band's innovative sound and songwriting made them a global sensation. 3. Jimi Hendrix, an influential guitarist known for his virtuosic skills. 4. Janis Joplin, a powerful and iconic female rock singer of the 1960s. 5. Led Zeppelin, a pioneering rock band known for their bluesy and hard rock sound. 6. The Rolling Stones, one of the longest-running and most successful rock bands in history. 7. Queen, known for their anthemic rock hits, and the legendary Freddie Mercury. Positive quotes from rock and roll legends. 1. Music can change the world because it can change people. The Bono. 2. Rock and roll is not red carpets and MySpace friends. It's a very visceral communication tool. Jack White. 3. The music is the message. The message is the music. So that's my little contribution to jazz. Jimi Hendrix. 4. Rock and roll keeps you in a constant state of juvenile delinquency. Eddie Spaghetti. 5. The only love affair I have ever had was with music. Morris Ravel. Good behaviors and inspirations. Innovation. Rock and roll is known for pushing boundaries and trying new things. Musicians often experiment with sounds, instruments, and styles. Authenticity. Many rock and roll artists emphasize being true to themselves and their music, inspiring others to do the same. Resilience. The music industry can be tough, but rock and roll has shown that persistence and resilience can lead to success. Rebellion. Rock and roll has often been associated with rebellious attitudes, encouraging individuals to challenge the status quo. Expressiveness. Rock and roll is a platform for self-expression, allowing artists and listeners to convey emotions and thoughts. The community. The rock and roll community often comes together to support causes and create positive change. Rock and roll has had a lasting impact on the world, and it continues to inspire people through its music, attitude, and ethos. It's a genre that celebrates individualism, creativity, and the power of music to evoke strong emotions. Certainly, here's some more information about rock and roll, its cultural influence, and additional famous figures. Cultural influence of rock and roll. Counterculture movement. The 1960s counterculture movement embraced rock and roll as an anthem of rebellion. The music was associated with anti-establishment sentiments, civil rights, and protests against the Vietnam War. Fashion and style. Rock and roll has often influenced fashion trends. Icons like Elvis Presley and the Beatles set trends with their distinctive clothing and hairstyles. Artistic expression. Rock and roll often blurs the lines between music and art, with album covers and stage designs becoming iconic pieces of artistic expression. Youth culture. Rock and roll became the soundtrack of youth culture, representing a sense of freedom, empowerment, and a break from traditional norms. More famous figures in rock and roll. David Bowie, known for his chameleon-like reinvention and influential music. 9. The Who, famous for their energetic live performances and rock operas. 10. Bob Dylan, a legendary songwriter and folk rock icon. 11. Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul who incorporated rock elements into her music. 12. Bruce Springsteen, known for his working-class anthems and energetic live shows. Iconic rock songs: The Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, The Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan, Imagine by John Lennon, A Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. Inspirational rock and roll lyrics: 1. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Queen. 2. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. John Lennon. 3. It's a beautiful day, don't let it get away. 4. I get by with a little help from my friends. The Beatles. 5. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. Positive behaviors and lessons from rock and roll. A diversity: rock and roll is a genre that transcends boundaries of race, nationality, and gender, promoting diversity and inclusivity. Social awareness: many rock songs address important social and political issues, inspiring listeners to be more aware of the world around them. The passion and energy: the music is often filled with passion and energy, reminding individuals to approach life with enthusiasm. Respect for individuality: rock and roll celebrates uniqueness and individuality, encouraging people to embrace who they are. Support for causes: many rock and roll artists have used their fame to support charitable causes, showing that music can be a force for good. Rock and roll's legacy is one of artistic innovation, cultural revolution, and a celebration of the human spirit's creative and rebellious nature. It continues to inspire generations and shape the future of music and culture.